My mom thinks he's going to be the smartest one. And he thinks me and Valente, the one in the army, are going to be the richest.
If I could get up and leave, I'd do it in a heartbeat. We moved into this house when I was 8 years old. 7 years ago, my mom died of cancer. This is not just a house to me. It's part of my mother's legacy. And when I stand in the front window washing dishes or cooking dinner, I always think of seeing my mom in that window. I wanted it to be my forever home until February 3rd occurred. I mean, my kids had never been sick, ever. The 1 and 2 year old never had an ear infection, never had a cough, nothing. Once we came home, these kids could not breathe.
You know, these are brand new babies, you know what I mean? I even hate to bring them outside to play, but it's like you can't lock them in the house, so what do you do?
Every time I'd wake them up in the morning, they'd have like drool with like blood pulled in the drool. I had them at the pediatrician probably 2-3 times a week. I felt crazy and hopeless when we were having to come back home, but I did it because I felt like I had no other options. And if I'm going to be forced to live in this home, I at least deserve to have testing done on my children, testing done on my soil, my water, and my air. And I don't understand why that is such a huge ask. You feel weak sometimes, you want to give up, but I'll never give up because it's not about me, it's about my kids. And you know, as a mother, you fight to the death for your kids, you know? But what keeps my fight up is the hope that someone, somewhere is going to do the right thing. And that we're going to have a hero here. And you know, like I've said to my kids, living here for a couple years, it may damage us to an extent. But if we can still figure this out in the next couple years and we can get out of here, we might be okay. But if we have to stay here for 30 years, I know we won't be okay.
It's kind of crowded, but we're trying to make it work. We bounced around a little bit more at the beginning, but then we've been consistently here since April. We didn't come with anything. Like, we had like an overnight bag. We've had to buy everything, like literally bike included. But yeah, we usually just share the bed. Okay. They don't have any 2 bedrooms here. And this is an extended stay as well. So like pretty much everywhere else around here is going to be less than even what this is going to give us. I got some numbers on here for like county. I don't even know what these are yet. I haven't had a chance to call them yet. But for housing, different things, maybe there's some kind of programs they'll have just until we find something more suitable, I guess. Now we're at a point where I don't feel like I can really go back to East Palestine, and I can't stay in a hotel anymore. You know, I feel so literally homeless, and that's mentally tolling, you know, especially as a parent. Like, when are we going to have a home again? Like, that's heartbreaking. But it's hard, too, as, like, a mom trying to explain it, too, because it's, like, all this stuff. So you kind of have to, like, explain that. I mean, it's such an impressionable age, and, like, that's kind of a lot of conflicting information you're getting. I don't want him to, like, feel like you can't trust anybody, or that everything is just, like, you know, be a lie. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird trying to navigate it and move forward from it. But I just don't want him to feel, like, afraid. And I don't want him to feel powerless. I just want him to know that, like, if he feels like something's wrong, you know, to be able to, like, say that and stand up to somebody. Like, if you don't feel safe, you know, you should, you know, do something about it or say something about it. And there's other people that probably feel that same way too and just, like, don't know what to do. And so many people don't know what to do about everything. But that's okay to not know what to do. It's just, like, moving forward. What do you do with that? You try to make it better. You try to fix it so it doesn't, like, it's not as bad next time. Sorry. It's hard not to be like so emotional every day too, just because like everything is just so stressful. Or like I just want things to go back to like a normal house, like what we normally would have been doing. Like I didn't choose to like live in a hotel, so this is not ideal. And it's stressful to think about every day about like how we're not back to normal. Like we're just still misplaced.
To assist East Palestine at 1020 East Taggart Street. The train derailment, approximately 100...
They're ceasing tire operation until they can identify the chemicals in the tanker.